Fyre Festival is becoming a music streaming service that might not be a scam this time. Bluesky is getting blue checkmarks and an official verification system. And retro handheld maker Anbernic is halting U.S. shipments due to tariffs. It's Tuesday, April 22nd, and this is your morning tech news roundup from Engadget. The Fyre Festival saga is getting an unexpected new chapter. Sean Reck, who co-founded the True Blue streaming network for crime and investigative content, is planning to leverage the Fyre Festival name for a new music streaming platform. He's acquired select intellectual property trademarks for the famously failed music event, whose co-founder, Billy McFarland, went to jail for fraud. However, Reck will not play a role in Fyre Festival's hypothetical live events. According to him, he's just trying to capitalize on the name's familiarity for his own project. Reck told Deadline, "It has nothing to do with music. I needed a big name that people would remember, even if it's attached to infamy. So that's why I bought these trademarks to start the streaming network." Deadline reported that the Fyre music streaming will have a subscription video-on-demand platform and free ad-supported television channels. Reck claims it will launch in November. It takes an impressive amount of hubris to use the name of a comically ridiculous music festival fraud and expect people to give you money for it. But considering Reck did manage to get True Blue off the ground, maybe his music platform will actually exist. If the fact that the second Fyre Festival has already been indefinitely postponed is any sign of what's to come, though, it will be a hilarious exercise in schadenfreude. Bluesky is adopting an official verification system after all. In an update, the company said it plans to grant blue checkmarks to authentic and notable accounts. It will also allow some trusted organizations to verify users as well. The change is a notable shift for the upstart platform, which previously resisted the idea of centralized verification. Up to now, the company has relied on a domain-based verification system, which allows users to change their handles to match domains that they are associated with. But that approach was often criticized for being overly complicated and offering insufficient protection from impersonation. These critiques have only amplified as Bluesky has grown in popularity and attracted more prominent users. For example, when former President Barack Obama joined Bluesky in recent weeks, his handle did not use a custom domain, which understandably led many users to question whether the account was authentic. Instead, individual Bluesky employees ended up publicly vouching that the account was legitimate. Under Bluesky's new system, the company will proactively verify certain accounts and add a prominent blue checkmark to their profile. It's not clear what criteria Bluesky will use for these badges or how it plans to verify users' identities. Additionally, there will be a slightly different blue badge, one with scalloped edges, that certain trusted organizations can grant through a new Trusted Verifiers feature. The New York Times is one such organization, and the newspaper will now be able to hand out blue checks to its journalists. Bluesky did not say what other organizations will be able to participate in the program, but added that it will review verification from third parties in order to ensure authenticity. Notably, Bluesky said that people and organizations are still highly encouraged to verify themselves via a custom domain. And it sounds like the new blue ticks may be in short supply, at least to start. The company said during this initial phase, Bluesky is not accepting direct applications for verification. As this feature stabilizes, we'll launch a request form for notable and authentic accounts interested in becoming verified or becoming trusted verifiers. Anbernic, a popular retro handheld maker, has announced that it's suspending shipments of its devices from China to the U.S. because of tariffs. The company, which makes a variety of emulation-focused consoles and has appeared in Engadget's Best Gaming Handhelds list, is still selling devices it's already shipped to the U.S. while supplies last. The company wrote, due to changes in U.S. tariff policies, we will be suspending all orders shipping from China to the U.S. starting today. Anbernic has long offered the option to choose which warehouse your device is shipped from as a way to avoid additional customs fees or a model being out of stock in a specific region. Because of this policy change, though, U.S. customers will no longer be able to order directly from China and could miss out on the company's future hardware launches. The decision to stop shipping to the U.S. is understandable, given the current chaos around tariffs. President Donald Trump announced a 90-day pause on most tariffs on April 9th, but increased the tariffs companies would pay to import goods from China. Specific exemptions were carved out for certain electronics, but then the Trump administration later clarified that electronics would get their own separate semiconductor tariffs at some point, too. All of this flip-flopping over trade policies was also paired with the removal of the de minimis exemption, which allows packages shipped to the U.S. under $800 to be duty-free, a key ingredient in cheap Amazon alternatives like Temu and the budget products Anbernic sells. Given how messy the current approach to trade is, it's possible Anbernic might be able to ship to the U.S. again in the future. For now, though, not everyone is able to eat the costs of tariffs like Nintendo is. Thanks for listening. There's more to these stories and more tech news at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism from Anna Washenko, Carissa Bell, and Ian Carlos Campbell, and was voiced and produced from the sound studios of Spoken Layer. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more tech news from Engadget.